Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled a high school football coach in Washington state who prayed in the middle of the field is protected by the First Amendment.
Well, more than 2 decades ago, a similar case divided one central Ohio community. 10 TV's Kevin Landers talked to the coach whose case pitted community versus religious beliefs.
We prayed in the locker room before the game. I never denied any of that. We prayed with the team afterwards on the field. Parents came out and joined us.
It's been more than 2 decades since David Daubenmire blended religion with coaching at London High School.
I would say, hey, fellas, for me, here's the scripture of the week.
But his passion for the Bible as a public school employee would result in a lawsuit that he said eventually made him walk away from the game.
Shame on me. I took some of these wayward kids to church, invited them to church on my free time and on their free time, right? I'm trying to say I tried to indoctrinate, force religion down the throat, and made kids pray. Oh, these.
Daubenmire's case was settled out of court with no finding against him. More than 2 decades later, he says seeing the U.S. Supreme Court side with a football coach from Bremerton, Washington, and get the victory he didn't get makes him feel proud. What went through your mind?
I was right. I felt somewhat vindicated.
The ACLU sued the London School District, saying by allowing the coaching staff to lead prayers with players was a violation of the separation of church and state.
And when you are a public school employee, when you are a police officer, when you're a firefighter, when you work for the county sewer district or whatever else, you are government.
The ACLU believes Monday's U.S. Supreme Court ruling could open the door to allow prayer in schools.
Recognize you don't push your religious beliefs on other people, and you especially don't do it on a captive audience that you have control over, as isn't the case with a coach or player or a teacher or a student.
As for Dave Daubenmire, he says he misses coaching, but has no regrets about his religious coaching style.
I never forced the first kid to ever say a prayer.
Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Since 1963, the U.S. Supreme Court has held that public school employees may not engage students in religious activities without violating the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment.